Hi dear viewers, this is Arash Kamoli with another session of the website programming course on the Python programming language and the Django framework. A very warm welcome from me. In the previous session, we changed our homepage like this so that the categories would be shown in the body of the site. A number of the latest posts would be added. Then we would have the latest of the whole post as a result. Now in this section we are going to deal with the menus on top of the site so that we change these menus to have categories here and there, and then the categories and subcategories would be shown over here on the menus. Alright, to do so, first I remove these buttons. We just need news. We keep it to use in our following and remove the rest of the buttons available here. Alright, to do so, I enter my master page. That's right. The front section where there are the categories. This is my news section. I keep this, but I remove the rest of them. They won't be necessary. And I remove them, and then I check my site. As you see, it is now home, which shows the first page, and my news is this part. And now we want to make it dynamic and add the categories and subcategories of our own. The first thing to do is to write a following to list the main categories. Alright, if I get the view of the home function, I have a query from the categories, so I won't need to write one. I use the cat query. Alright, we just need to write a following over here for gg in cat. That's right. Here and 4, and now this value is changed to dg.name, the name of my field in the category model. Alright, as you see, the name of the categories have been set over here. Alright, now the next step is to get the categories, subcategories, and their associated posts. What we need to do, this is my menu, as you see over here, that is here. In this section I have some subcategories. Now each one of my subcategories are related to other sections through an ID, and we have different IDs, news 1, 2, 3. They have been defined here. For instance, lifestyle is going to show news 3, fashion news 2, all news is going to show the ID 0, as you see over here. For the first one, because all is common to all categories, I won't need to change the href and ID. I use the same, but when I want to add these to my subcategories, because each one of these are dynamic and I don't know which subcategories are in each category, that's why the href ID over here needs to be made dynamic. And also over here we need to make a div for it, divisions. So at first we go for all sections, so that when we are in a sport, in all we would have the sport news. In cinema, the cinema news, and in the IT we would have the IT news. If we go to news 0 is an ID which is connected to all is connected to news 0, and this is our 0, this 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. We can remove 3 of them because we don't need them, and I keep 1 because I want to repeat it. I write a following here again. We won't need it because I have news. I won't be needing any new query. I write for HH in news, and then here it would be, let's say, and for, okay, that's up to here. Now in the for ring, what do I do? Instead of the image or picture, it would be hh.pic URL. And now I remove the link, and then I give a dot link to the rest of the news. Here I remove the link. That's right, I set the name here. It would be hh.name. Here would be the category, so it would be hh.cat name. Here would be the date. It would be hh.date. That's right. We save what we just did and check the first page by refreshing it. As you see, it has been set in all. In all, we have a series of posts, but the rest of the categories still won't work. All has been activated, where we see the latest post, but we need to do two things. The first thing is to fix the size of the images or the pictures, and so that they would be more organized. And the other one is that we would separate the categories like the body of the site, so that when in a sports section we go to this part, it would show the subcategories and have the sport news, and in cinema only the cinema news would be shown for us. To do this, I need to set an if. Here where I am showing the news, I need to add an if. Yeah, here I say if hh or double h hh.ocat id field of category id equals now the foreign that I have for category gg.pk. That's right, equals the id of the category pk. Show it, and then here and if. I refresh the page. In the sports, the three sports news in the cinema news, and no news in it will show up. Okay, and that's for all section where it would show the latest news for each category. We just need to resize the images in the home page. That's what we need to do. We can use one of the images that we used before. We can copy the style so as not to be forced to write it from the start. I find a style. Let's see where we have used it. We have used it in the latest news. Yep, that's where we use it. So over here, that's right, what do we do over here? We say, all right, that's right, let me search the style. We copy it and search. Yeah, and here for the image, the style is set, of course. This box is much bigger. We need to make it a smaller. I changed some values. Let's check the appearance, and based on the format we can change the appearance to match our particular format. We make it a smaller. Yeah, right. The width is a little bit too much. We need to reduce the width, change it to 180. Okay, that's right. Right, we need to reduce the width. Yeah, that's better now. We need to reduce the height as well. We change it to what? Let's say change it to 120. Okay, that's it. Now it's much better, I guess. The sizing depends on you, of course. Using the style, you can choose any size for the images on your website. Alright, now we need to do something else. Just as we didn't show the ID in the body, we are not going to show it here as well, because there are no posts and it would make the site look terrible with no post on it. So we need to, like what we did in home, we need to do it here as well in our body. Yep. Okay, and let's see, block main block, it starts over here. Now 3 news on top of the side, we won't be working with them. And the if that we have set here, we set it there, yeah, for the category over here, yeah. So that we just need to change the name. Let's check the cat model. If we do it, it has a name and account. Now we say, what do we say? If gg.count opposite 0, show it, and end if. Okay, now we check the site. Let's see. As you see, it is not shown anymore. Only the sports and the cinema, which have some news on them, are being shown, and the rest is empty.